Guys, I've made a terrible mistake. Let me go inside because it's too windy. Hi, so excuse the dogs barking, I don't know if you can hear them. But this is a bare root tree. It's a fig tree, which I got yesterday. I bought a flowering quince and two figs. I also wanted something else, but he didn't have that. So anyways, I wanted to make a video because I'm really always so interested in these kinds of videos where someone plants a tree or a perennial, a bare root, and then you can see the update and the progress. But I never find a video like that. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe I found a couple and I saved them and rewatched them because I'm so obsessed, guys, with gardening. Almost like an unhealthy obsession. I watch a lot of videos. Winter is like, it seems never ending to me, and I just want to talk about plants and see updates and videos. There's a channel I really love. It's called Park Rose Permaculture. But she doesn't make videos anymore about her garden. She just does political stuff, and I unsubscribed because I don't live in the US, so I don't care about that. Anyways, I get sidetracked so easily. I said this time I'm gonna update. Oh no, did I? Fuck, I cleaned my whole house a couple of days ago, some spring cleaning, and I'm making a mess. Look at them tips. So I was like, I'm gonna record these because I planted so many trees and I never record them besides my grapevine. I did record that. It was like this, like a bare root cutting. And last year it gave me like, I think like 12 pounds of grapes. Not the best tasting grapes. They had thick skin and seeds and whatever, but I'll just graft over it. I have like 7 different varieties. I said I'm gonna record them, but I already planted one and I was like midway, I was like, oh shit. I said I wasn't gonna record these. So here we go. There's a little fig here. Obviously I didn't make it, but I'm gonna plant this, and then next year I'm gonna make an update, and this summer I'm gonna make an update too if the voles don't eat my trees, because I have like had some trees for 2 years and grapes, like 4 different grape varieties. I just pulled on them and they came out. The voles had eaten all the roots, like there was nothing there. It was just like a stick on the ground without any roots. So let's hope that won't happen. And damn, I'm making a mess. Let me go outside, and then if it's too windy, you're gonna have to increase the volume or something. And this is the flowering quince variety. Is this camera vertical, horizontal? I don't know. Here. So I'm here where I'm gonna plant this. And I just wanted to say, I watched some YouTube videos, a lot of them, YouTubers, and the whole thing with the fig obsession. In America, I think it's a scam. They pay like $20, $30, $40, $50 for a tree, and I'm like, I paid €1 for this, which is like $1. Well, no, I paid €2, sorry, for this, which is like, oh, $2. And yeah, that's just a scam, I think, a ripoff. My obsession began first, of course, with the veggies, because you can grow them very quickly in like a year, and then it moved to walnuts. I was obsessed with walnuts, man. I was like, I need to make a walnut farm, honey and walnut farm. But there was a problem. I don't have fucking land, like acres of land. And it's not like in America where you can just buy an acre for like $5. No, Europe is small, and of course land is what's the word? I don't know. Land is sacred, basically. If you have land, I did buy 3 walnuts. Let me show you. I was looking for a specific variety that fruits on older wood too. These haven't grown a bit, might I add, in like 3 years. And I also have another walnut here. This is a different variety of Francat, and this did grow because it was just a stick, and it did have lateral shoots because they need to cross-pollinate. I have 3 walnuts, which if you know, they grow huge. But then I moved, my obsession moved to grapes. I was obsessed with grapes. I don't know, I traveled to different countries to buy, like I went to Greece to buy some varieties. There's a grape right there. This also didn't grow at all. It's like 3 years old. And the original grape that I showed you on my YouTube channel, I will link it here. That's also like 3.5, 4 years old. So in comparison to that, and this has good ground. I know you're gonna say, hey, there's weeds, whatever. That one had shitty ground. It was buried in like, I don't know, like this. But anyways, I guess it depends on variety. And you know, they say first year the trees don't grow, second year they creep, and then the third year they leap, and the fourth year they fruit. I've come to find out my trees, they take like a couple of extra years on this clay earth. It's really clay, like, I'll show you. This is not gonna drain for like 2 hours. And you can see it's dry over here, so it's just crazy, but the trees can do it. The trees can do it. And then after walnuts and grapes, I became obsessed with figs, and then with some stone fruit, I don't know, like plums, I don't know what they're called. I love them still. I love everything still. And then with berries, but berries, they need a lot of water. They need a lot of watering and shade, and it's just too hot here. If you've seen my other video, it's like the grass in August becomes like brown because it's so, and see, the water is not even moving. But yeah, I wish I had done this for all my trees, but videos, but oh well. You have the grape and here's the fig, and if this doesn't die, doesn't get eaten or something, oh, I will be so stoked. I have a few figs. Let me show you the other one that I just planted and I forgot to. This looks a mess. But I planted it a bit deeper. Like, it had roots, let's say here, and I planted it up to here. Not the best soil. And you shouldn't really amend soil when you're planting perennials. But I have that fig, and then I have like 3 more figs, which are also young, that I planted this year. This ground is somehow cursed for figs because all of my figs die. Not because of climate or something, but because, well, for example, one fig, my mama took it out by mistake. I don't know how you would take a fig out by mistake. And another one I sowed over it, and it was just young, so it didn't come back. 2 other ones got eaten by a cow because my garden wasn't fenced. And I think cows don't eat figs, but I don't know, man. Always something different. And one got eaten by a vole. And that was huge. The leaves withered, and I just went and did this, and it just came out and no roots. So let me plant this. I don't know what I'll do about the water, but oh well. Okay, so the wind kind of stopped, and I did plant this. I'm just gonna step on it and compact the soil and maybe remove that clump of grass because it's bothering me. And I have a YouTube friend, like a YouTube channel that I love. It's Hugo Castaneda. And Hugo, if you're watching this, hi brother. Sorry for simping over your garden on a video, but oh my god, his garden is gold. Like the way his trees are pruned. In the beginning, when I was planting trees, I was chopping them down low because I wanted lower scaffolding. But then I watched his videos and I've literally seen every single one of them, I think. He does garden updates, and his trees, the way they're pruned, his pomegranates, oh my god, they are so beautiful. Like, and he lives in I think we live in the same zone. It's like 8, but the way the hardness zones don't really, he lives in a desert, and I also live in zone 8, but I have a long ass winter, and there's days and days, consecutive days where temperatures are below freezing, like 30, 25, 28 days. And I don't think that happens over there because he has citrus and stuff. Should I remove this fig? I think I'll just leave it because I don't want to open wounds. But hi Hugo. This is the fig. I don't know what I wanted to say. So the reason I mentioned Hugo is because he uploaded a video about grafting some citrus and just grafting stuff, and I was like, oh, I grafted for the first time this year too, and I don't even know if you can hear me from the wind. And so here I'll show you my grafts. I'm like 90% sure they're not gonna take because I just did them half-assed, and even if they take, I'll cut them off because I don't want to. Let me turn the camera. Oh my god, I'm freezing. So this is the graft, and I just did it, I don't know, for the sake of it. This is a pear, and I grafted it onto another pear. This pear has a beautiful shape. Here another angle, and I'll show you some other grafts. I did two on my grapevine, the OG grapevine, the big one, and one on a pomegranate tree which kind of died. I mean, the original tree kind of died. Do you know what really fucks me up and is very disheartening is when you have like trees flower and then a freeze or frost comes and fucks them over. There's a channel on YouTube, quarter acre homestead, I think that's what it's called. Damn, I'm gonna be linking all them channels though. No. He uploaded a video yesterday, the result after the fall spring or something, and all of his trees, almost all of them, have died. And I experienced that last summer, like last season. It was February, the temperatures were like, oh man, I don't know them in Fahrenheit, but like 25 Celsius is like 80 Fahrenheit in February. And then March and then April came and we had a -6 frost, which is like, I think 20 degrees or not sure, -6 Celsius. Everything, all of my early flowering pears died, all of my peaches died, plums, everything died. And oh, this is too close. What am I doing? Everything died. And this year I don't think that's gonna be the case. But let me show you my grass. So I just DIY'd that shit. I didn't have grafting tape. It cost like €2, but I just couldn't be bothered. So I used what's this called? Electric tape. And at the end, here's like another fig tree that died. I'm saying they all die here. And this died because I didn't water it. And I just buried a bird underneath because a bird crashed into my balcony and died. So I was like, oh, poor thing. Oh, it just came out. Anyways, so Hugo, please keep making videos. So it just came out. Just came out like that. I don't know. This is like 2 years dead, but I just was too lazy to remove it. Yeah, my garden is a mess. Like, I just need grass growing over here. See, this is what I'm saying. When I watch Hugo's videos, his garden is amazing. These are tomatoes that I didn't harvest last year, and they just, I don't know, the whole plant. Cherry tomatoes. Yeah. Guys, let me also just show you quickly where I'm planting this flowering quince, sorry. Oh, speaking of roses, I would also like to get some roses. But I like climbing roses and not just the bushy ones. They're okay too, but for the climbing ones I need the structure, and I have yet to put one because we just moved in here in 2021 because, yeah. So I still am figuring my land out, and that's why it still looks not as pristine. But back when I was a kid, we used to live like an hour away, and that was like a warmer zone, like a more Mediterranean zone, because I live in a Mediterranean country but just further inland and surrounded by mountains, and therefore the climate is more continental rather than Mediterranean. I think this is deep enough, right? Yeah. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what this is. The man was just like, take this one too. I was like, okay, give me everything. Yeah, this spot is not usually attacked by voles. The spots that are attacked were the ones where I planted those 2 quinces. So yeah, I need both hands for this, but I'm just gonna backfill this and water it. So yeah, this is March 2026, sorry.